The cold wind howled through the snowy trees. Everything was white. The sky was gray. The forest was silent except for the crunch of boots on frozen ground. Captain Rayan moved slowly. His breath came out like smoke. His face was covered with a frost-covered helmet. His suit kept him warm, but not comfortable. He looked tired. His scanner beeped in his hand. He was not on Earth. This was Planet Gliese 21X, a frozen world full of dangers. He was here to find a missing signal sent from a human ship 3 days ago. The ship had crashed, but no bodies were found. Just silence. Life form detected, said his scanner. He stopped. His eyes narrowed. Around him were only trees, snow, and ice, but something was there, watching. He raised his weapon, a plasma rifle. Slowly he stepped forward. Behind a tree, something moved. Suddenly, a low growl echoed through the forest. Then another. Then Rand turned in every direction. The snow around him began to shake. 3 large shapes appeared from the mist. They were not animals from Earth. They looked like lions, but their fur was white. Their eyes glowed blue, and steam came from their mouths. Snow lions. Their sharp teeth showed. They walked slowly, circling Rayan like he was prey. He aimed his gun, pulled the trigger. Click. Nothing happened. No. No, not now, he said, trying to fix the jammed weapon. The lions moved closer. Suddenly, far away in the trees, a small alien child stood. No clothes, just blue skin glowing in the cold. His eyes were large and bright. He looked no more than 10 years old, but he didn't help. He didn't scream. He just laughed, a soft, cold laugh, as if watching a game. Rayan didn't see him. The first lion roared. It jumped at and rolled in the snow. He grabbed a metal rod from his belt and hit the beast's face. The lion fell back but didn't stop. The other 2 rushed forward. He ran through trees, over ice, slipping, falling, getting up again. Blood from his arm left a trail behind. The scanner fell from his pocket and cracked. He reached a cave. He rushed inside, panting, dark, cold. Safe for a moment. He looked at his bleeding arm. Need to stop the blood, he whispered. He tore part of his suit and wrapped it. Outside, the lions searched. Their growls echoed like thunder, and then the child appeared again, standing at the entrance of the cave, watching, still smiling, still silent. Who was he? Rayan noticed him now. Hey, help me! He shouted Dot, but the child just stared, then pointed behind Rayan. Rayan turned. Fourth lion was already inside the cave. It lunged. Rayan grabbed a sharp rock and stabbed the lion's shoulder. It roared in pain. He ducked, slipped again, and fell on his back. The lion was above him, breathing hot steam on his face. Suddenly, bang, the lion froze. Then fell. Behind it stood the alien child, holding Rayan's rifle. He had fixed it. Rayan sat up, shocked. Why did you save me? The child tilted his head. Because now the real test begins. Rayan frowned. Test? Before he could ask more, the cave lit up. A beam of blue light covered him. He floated in the air. Paralyzed, the child spoke again. Soft but clear. Welcome to our experiment, human. Let's see how much pain you can survive. Darkness. Asterisk darkness. Silence. Captain Rayan opened his eyes. Everything was blurry. His body felt heavy. He couldn't move. He was no longer in the cave. No snow, no lions, no cold. He was inside a white, glowing room. Smooth walls. No doors. No shadows. It felt like a dream, but his pain was real. His arm still burned from the lion's attack. But it was wrapped in a strange silver bandage, glowing with soft light. It was not human medicine. He tried to sit up, and the room responded. The wall behind him shifted and rose like it was alive. A soft female voice spoke from above. Subject 47 is awake. Begin cognitive scan. What ... where am I? Rayan whispered. A screen appeared in the air, floating. His face showed on it. Next to it were alien symbols, pulsing like a heartbeat. Then the child appeared. Same glowing blue skin. Same cold smile, but now he was wearing a dark robe. It was strange. Metal pieces moving around his shoulders like floating armor. He was not just a child. He was something more. You survived stage 1, he said, calmly. Not many do. Rayan stared at him. What is this place? The child sat down, floating in the air like gravity didn't matter. This is not a prison, he said. It's a classroom. Rayan looked around. A classroom? The child nodded. You humans call it survival. We call it learning. Pain teaches. Fear reveals the truth. Rayan stood slowly. So, I'm your student? No, said the child. You are the subject. I am the observer. Suddenly, part of the wall turned transparent. Rayan walked closer and looked out. His heart froze. Outside the room was a huge chamber. Thousands of glass boxes floating in space. Each box held a different human. Some were sleeping. Some screaming. Some were not moving. What have you done? Rayan asked, his voice shaking. The child didn't answer. Instead, another screen appeared. It showed memories. His childhood. His first mission. The day his dog died. All of it playing like a movie. Rayan stepped back. How do you know that? We extracted it, the child said. Your memories, your pain, your courage. We watch it. We learn. Rayan clenched his fists. This is wrong. The child's smile faded. Wrong. You kill to study animals. You cut forests to understand trees. Are you angry because you are the subject now? Silence. Rayan looked away. He hated to admit it. The child had a point. Suddenly, the lights in the room flickered. A new voice echoed through the walls. Subject 92 is unstable. Emergency containment. The wall on the other side of the room shifted again. Another human figure appeared. Floating in, unconscious. It was a girl. Maybe 20 years old. Blonde hair. Pale skin. Wounds on her arms. Same uniform as Rayan's team. She was from your ship, the child said. The first we caught. She didn't scream. That makes her special. Rayan rushed to her. Is she alive? For now, the child replied, but her test is not over. The girl opened her eyes for a second, looked at Rayan, whispered a word, run. Then she passed out again. Before Rayan could react, the wall behind him opened again. A new chamber. Inside was a machine. It looked like a lion, mechanical, with red eyes and spitting blades instead of claws. The child floated beside him. A choice, he said. Enter the chamber and face the next test, or stay and watch her fade. Rayan didn't think. He stepped into the chamber. Begin trial 2. The voice echoed. The door closed behind him. The lights dimmed. The robot lion roared. Rayan clenched his fists. He was ready now, not just to survive. To fight back. The chamber was dark. Rayan stood still, facing the robot lion. Its red eyes glowed like fire. Its metal claws scratched the floor. Steam hissed from its sides. It was not alive. But it wanted to kill. Rayan held no weapon, only his fists. And pain. The test began. The lion jumped. Rayan rolled sideways, barely avoiding the strike. The lion smashed into the wall, but didn't slow down. It turned fast and rushed again. Rayan grabbed a metal rod from the floor, probably left on purpose. He swung hard. The rod hit the lion's neck. Sparks flew, but the lion didn't stop. It clawed at his chest. His suit ripped. Blood hit the floor. Rayan screamed. Outside the glass chamber, the alien child watched silently. No smile, no laughter. Only curiosity. Then something strange happened. The lion paused. Its red eyes flickered, then turned blue. The child frowned. Unexpected behavior, said the AI voice. Subject 47 may be influencing machine emotion. Rayan breathed hard, confused. The lion backed away. He didn't understand it. But he didn't wait. He grabbed the rod and smashed the lion's leg, then its neck. The machine collapsed with a loud crack. He stood over it, panting, bloody. Angry, the door open. The child floated in. You changed it, the child said. Rayan looked at him. I survived it. No, the child replied. You changed it. He hesitated. It feared you. Rayan stepped closer. Maybe your machine learned something your kind forgot. The child didn't speak. For the first time, his eyes looked unsure. The wall shifted again. This time, a door appeared, one that Rayan had never seen. You earned the next room, the child said. Rayan walked through. What he saw made his heart stop. It was not a lab. It was a bedroom. Simple. Human. A small bed. Drawings on the walls, a teddy bear in the corner. And in the middle. The same blonde girl sitting on the floor. Awake. Her eyes met his. You came? She whispered. You. I know you? She shook her head. No, but I know you. She stood slowly, weak but calm. I've seen your life. Your thoughts. Your pain. They showed it to me again and again. She pointed to the ceiling. Rayan looked up. Hundreds of screens showed moments from his life. His family, his old dog, his missions, his first love, his biggest fear. They put your memories into me. She said, to test human connection. Rayan was speechless. He stepped back. So, you're not real? She looked down. I don't know, she said softly. I remember things that aren't mine. But I feel like I'm me. Rayan stared at her. Something inside him believed her. Then the room shook. Red lights flashed. Containment breach. Sector 7 unlocked. Subject 92 memory reversal failed. The girl screamed and held her head. Her voice changed. Deep, robotic, alien, then normal again. She looked up at Rayan, her eyes full of fear. They're losing control of me. I don't have much time. Rayan grabbed her hand. Then we leave. Now. Suddenly, the wall opened again. The child stood there, but he looked different. His robe was gone. His face was pale, his voice no longer calm. She was never meant to last, he said. She was built, not born. Rayan raised his fists. Stay away from her. The child blinked. You protect her, even now? Rayan nodded. Because she feels, because she chooses. The child floated back. Strange, you humans love even what you don't understand. Then he whispered something in alien tongue. The girl collapsed. Her body glowed bright blue. Data streamed from her into the walls. She screamed in pain. Rayan shouted, He rushed to her, but she was fading. Her body was becoming light. Her last words were soft. Don't forget me. Even if I was never real. And then she was gone. Rayan fell to his knees. The room was silent. The child stood still. You passed the second test. You felt grief. Rayan looked up, eyes burning. Then here's my test for you. How much pain can your kind feel? And he charged at the child. Captain Rayan ran forward, rage burning in his chest. But the moment he touched the child, everything changed. The floor disappeared. The walls vanished. The world turned black. And then he was back on Earth. Birds were singing. The sun was warm. A gentle breeze touched his face. Trees moved softly. And in front of him, a small house. His house. The one from his childhood. He blinked. No, this can't be real. He walked to the door and opened it. His mother stood in the kitchen, smiling. Welcome home, Rayan. Rayan froze. She had died years ago. This is fake. This is a trick, he said out loud. His mother tilted her head. Are you sure? You've been gone so long. Just rest. Rayan backed away. No, this isn't real. None of this is real. The sky darkened. The trees burned. The house melted. And then he was standing inside a glass room again. But this time there were hundreds of versions of himself standing around him. Some were crying. Some were angry. Some were broken. Which one is the real you? A voice echoed. It was the child's voice, but colder. You feel anger. Grief? Rage. But do you know why? Rayan turned slowly. The child stood in front of a giant mirror. He pointed Dot in the mirror. Rayan saw something that shook him. He saw the girl, alive, standing next to the child, smiling. Is she alive? Rayan asked. Yes and no, the child replied. She? Lives in your mind now? Like memory? Like pain? Rayan stepped closer to the mirror. Why are you doing this? The child's eyes glowed. Because humans lie even to themselves. We wanted to see what truth looks like inside your brain. And Rayan asked, It's beautiful, the child said quietly. The mirror. Shattered Dot now, they stood in a space made of floating cubes and endless data. A place between thoughts. Rayan's mind was now the battlefield. Dot suddenly. Rayan felt cold again. The snow returned. The lions returned. But this time they were not attacking him. They were surrounding the child, and the child was scared. Make it stop, the child said. Dot, Rayan was shocked. You're afraid? Yes, the child whispered. This is your mind now. And I don't belong here. Then leave, Rayan growled. I can't, you pulled me in. When you touched me. Now we are connected. The snow turned into fire. The lions turned to ash. Dot, the world turned into stars. A galaxy of memories. Dot in the middle. The girl appeared. Again, her voice soft, echoing, he's not your enemy. He's a child, like you once were. Rayan turned to the child. Why do you want to hurt us? The child looked down. Because I don't know what else to do. My kind, they built me to study pain, but now I feel it too. A long silence. Rayan took a step closer. Then stop this. End the tests. Let us go. The child looked up, and for the first time he cried, not with water, but with light. His tears glowed and floated into the air. I don't have the power, he whispered. They are watching. The elders. If I fail, they erase me. Suddenly, alarms echoed. Warning. Subject 47 has breached neural boundaries. Warning. Observer Unit 9 has been compromised. System shut down in 3 minutes. The world began to fall apart. The cubes cracked. The stars blinked out. Rayan grabbed the child's hand. Then come with me. Where? The child asked. Anywhere but here. The girl's voice echoed again. Fainter this time. This is your second chance. Take it. And then everything exploded into light. Rayan woke up, really woke up, in a small white cell. His body was real again. His arm still bleeding. No lions, no mirrors, no dreams. Dot, but beside him. The child was lying on the ground, weak. Rayan stood. You escaped the system? The child opened one eye. No, you pulled me out. A small smile, and then behind them, a door hissed open. 2 tall alien guards stood at the entrance. One of them said in a cold voice, You helped to test subject escape. This is a crime. The other raised a weapon. The child stepped forward. Don't touch him. He passed all the trials. He is not the subject now. The guards hesitated. The child looked back at Rayan. Run. I'll hold them. I'm not leaving you, Rayan said. Then we fight? Alarms blared. Red lights flashed through the hallways of the alien station. Captain Rayan and the alien child ran together, side by side, through the narrow tunnels. Behind them, heavy footsteps echoed. The guards were close. The child's breathing was weak. His glow was fading. We don't have much time, he whispered. Rayan nodded. Where's the exit? The child pointed left. Memory chamber. If we reach it, I can break the code. You might still save her. Rayan stopped. Save who? The child looked at him, surprised. The girl. She's not gone. Not fully. Her memory was uploaded to the core before the meltdown. Rayan's eyes widened. You mean she's still alive in your system? No, the child said. She's not alive, but she remembers. And maybe that's enough. They reached a wide door made of black metal. Strange runes glowed on its surface. The child placed his hand on a panel. It scanned his DNA. The door opened with a hiss. Inside was a cold, dark room filled with floating crystals. Each one pulsed with soft blue light. Thousands of them, the child whispered. This is where we store the minds. Rayan stepped forward, stunned. Each crystal held a different memory, a different person, thoughts, feelings, love, fear, even regrets. This is your prison, he said. The child nodded. And also, your only hope. The child walked slowly to a platform in the center. A large crystal floated above it, spinning gently. This one holds her, he said. What's her name? Rayan asked. The child looked down. She didn't have one. But in your memory, she called herself Lyra. The name hit Rayan like thunder, a name built from feeling, not birth. He stepped closer. Can I talk to her? No. But you can try to wake her. Rayan closed his eyes and touched the crystal. The world went quiet. Then, warmth, a voice. Rayan. It was her voice, her breath. But it came from inside him. From memory, from something more than data. Lyra, I'm here. Are we alive? You are in here? Is it enough? Rayan hesitated. Maybe not forever, but maybe enough to try. She was silent for a long time. Then, softly, then don't let them delete me. He opened his eyes. The crystal began to glow brighter. The child stepped back. Something's happening. I have never seen this. It's her, Rayan said. She wants to live. But outside the chamber, footsteps. The guards were here. One shouted, Step away from the core. Return the memory. Rayan looked at the child. Can you move her into something? A body? A machine? There's one prototype, the child replied. It wasn't tested. Test it now. The child ran to a control pad. He typed fast in alien script. A small glass pod rose from the floor. Inside was a metallic body, thin, elegant, half organic, half machine. A glowing core in the chest. A blank face. The child transferred the memory code. The crystal dimmed. The pod lit up. Seconds felt like years. Then, the figure moved. First its fingers. Then its head. Eyes opened. Soft blue. Glowing. Human. The voice said. He stepped forward. Lyra? I feel cold, but I feel. He smiled. Then you're alive? The moment was broken by shouting. The guards entered with weapons raised. Step away or be eliminated? But before they could shoot, the child raised his hand. The guards froze. Literally their bodies. Stopped moving. Locked in time. I won't let them harm her again, the child said. His voice shook. This is my choice. Suddenly, more. Alarms. Self-destruct in 90 seconds. The station was collapsing. We have to go, Rayan shouted. The child looked at him. There's only one pod. Take her and leave. What about you? Rayan asked. The child smiled for the first time, a real smile. You were my final lesson. Humans don't run from fear. They carry it with love. He touched the floor. A door opened beneath Rayan and Lyra. They fell into a drop pod. The hatch closed. As the pod launched. Rayan looked back. The station exploded behind them. Silent. Bright. Gone. Inside the pod. Lyra sat quietly. She looked at her hands. Then at him. Am I still me? Rayan held her hand. You are whoever you choose to be. She leaned her head on his shoulder. Then let's find out. Asterisk. The escape pod crashed hard into the snow. Ice cracked. Smoke hissed. A blue sky stretched above. Cold, sharp, endless. 10 Rayan pushed open the hatch. Wind slapped his face. They were back on the planet's surface, but far from where it began. He turned. Lyra sat inside, still staring at her hands. Her new body was not human. But her eyes were. Are you okay? Rayan asked. She nodded. I feel everything. The cold. The pain. The fear. It's strange. He helped her out. Her feet touched the snow for the first time. I never thought I'd walk, she whispered. He smiled. Then take the first step. She did. The world around them was dead white. Mountains of ice. Broken alien machines buried in snow. The air was thin, heavy. A red sun was setting fast. We need shelter, Rayan said. I hear something, Lyra replied. She turned and pointed at the horizon dot there. In the distance, smoke rose from a broken tower. Half of it was buried in ice dot. Rayan checked his scanner. Only static. Could be dangerous, he said. Everything is, Lyra replied. But I think I've been there before. He looked at her. What do you mean? She frowned. I don't know, but my mind, it shows me things. Maps, codes, maybe leftover memory from the alien system. Then we follow it. They walked for hours. Each step was heavy. The wind screamed. Metal pieces stuck out from the snow, like bones of machines long forgotten. Suddenly, Lyra stopped. We're being watched. Rayan turned. A flash of movement, too fast. Too low. Then a robotic wolf leapt from behind a Esna WBM. It had metal legs, glowing eyes, and blades for teeth. Rayan raised a flare gun and fired. The wolf dodged. Then turned toward Lyra. It jumped, but she didn't flinch. Instead. Her hand lit up, glowing like lightning. A pulse shot out. The wolf froze midair, then fell. Dead. Smoke rose from its chest. Rayan stared. How did you? Lyra looked at her hand. I didn't know I could. You just controlled alien tech. No, she said. I became it. They reached the tower just before dark. Inside. The power still hummed. Emergency lights blinked weakly. There were old labs, broken screens, and cracked data cores. Lyra walked to a console and touched it. The screen lit up instantly. Symbols raced across it. The system obeyed her. Rayan stood back. This was a research outpost. More than that, Lyra said. It was the first lab. The place where they created me? She walked slowly through the halls, memories rising like smoke. I remember now. I was never meant to live long, just long enough to fool you. But something changed. Rayan followed her. What changed? She looked at him. You did. You cared for me. And it rewrote the code. In the back room, they found a frozen stasis pod. Inside was a human, a real one, female, blonde hair. Eyes closed. Rayan gasped. That's her. My original, Lyra whispered. She touched the glass. They copied her mind. Made me from it. She never woke up. Suddenly, the system screamed. Warning. Beacon activated. Enforcers en route. They know we're here, Rayan said. Then we make a choice, Lyra said. She turned to the pod. We can leave now, or wake her. Rayan hesitated. If you wake her, what happens to you? Lyra looked down. I don't know. Two minds, same soul. We might merge. We might disappear. Silence. Rayan placed his hand over hers. Let you decide. She took a deep breath, then pressed the button. The pod hissed. The frozen girl inside opened her eyes. She gasped. Lyra fell. To her knees, sparks flying from her chest. Rayan, she whispered. It's starting. He caught her. Stay with me. I can feel her inside me. We're becoming one. Her body shook. Light exploded from her core. Then silence. Smoke filled the room. Rayan stood alone. No pod. No Lyra. Nothing but cold. He fell to his knees. But then a figure stepped from the smoke. One body, one voice, flesh and machine. Rayan. He looked up. Lyra? She smiled. I think I'm more than both of us now. Silence filled the sky. The stars above Planet Gliese 21X shimmered quietly, as if watching. Far below, buried in ice, a tower had gone dark. No more alarms. No more machines. Only one thing remained. A new being, part girl. Part memory, part machine. She stepped forward into the cold night. Her name was Lyra, but she was no longer just Lyra. She was something more. And beside her, breathing hard, stood Captain Rayan. A rescue ship appeared above the ice. Sleek, silver, Earth-built, answering the emergency signal Lyra sent from. The alien lab. As they climbed aboard. Rayan looked back at the burning sky. It's over, he whispered. Lyra tilted her head. No, it's just beginning. 3 days LET orbiting Earth to ship. Entered Earth's atmosphere. Blue oceans. Greenland. Home. But peace did not wait long, as Lyra stepped onto Earth soil. A strange pulse echoed across the skies. Her body shivered. They found us, she said. Who? Rayan asked. The elders. That night, above the city, a strange structure appeared in the clouds, like a doorway made of silver and light. A portal. From it, a familiar voice echoed across the sky. Not from a speaker, but straight into minds. You broke the chain. You stole a memory. You rewrote a soul. It was them, the alien elders who had designed the experiments. And then another voice. Softer, younger the child. No, they didn't steal her. They freed her. Rayan turned to Lyra. He's still alive? Lyra's eyes lit up. He's helping. The sky cracked open. Alien drones rained down, scanning cities, searching. Hunting. Lyra walked into the middle of the storm. She raised her hands. The machine stopped. Paused. They still listened to me, she said. But not for long. Rayan stood beside her. What do we do? Lyra closed her eyes. They built me from memories. But now I made my own, and that makes me real. She opened her eyes, glowing, not blue or red, but gold. Something new. The portal above began to collapse. The sky turned red. The voice of the elders shouted, You are a mistake. And from somewhere beyond the stars, the child laughed, but it wasn't cold this time. Not cruel, it was pure. You tried to study them, the child whispered. But you never understood. Humans don't break. They become. Lyra reached out to the sky, and in that moment, everything connected. Her memories. The child's compassion. Rayan's courage. And something deep within humanity the aliens could never calculate. Choice. The machines turned, not against Earth, but against their creators. The portal shattered. The alien voices were gone. Silence returned. But not emptiness. Something new remained in the sky. Something watching. Something learning. Later, as dawn rose, Lyra stood alone on a rooftop. Rayan walked up beside her. Is it really over? She shook her head. They'll come again. But next time, we won't be experiments. What are we then? Rayan asked. She looked at him and smiled. Were the answer they were always afraid of? As they looked up, a soft echo filled the morning air. It was the child's laugh. One last time. Not evil, not curious. Just free. And in that sound, one truth echoed across the stars. Humanity was never the subject. It was always the future.